Ready, Eric? Huh? Let me give you a login.
How do I send this links?
Yeah. And Argo should join too. I'll just put it in the Xavier Slack. Try that.
Where'd you put the link?
It's in Xavier Slack. Can you tell Argo? Are you in, Eric? Oh, I see. You can use your screen. You can use yours. I'll just invite you. I'll jump in there. Hmm? What happened to your thing? One more music. Pick one more music from your Led Zeppelin. We'll get Argo over here too. All ready?
Very close. You add me to your own backstage. Can you add me up?
I don't see you backstage. I see me and Eric. That's it.
So it's sharing my screen right now. I'd like to take that off.
What?
It's sharing my screen, but I don't know how to take it off.
Is it your screen or my screen?
No, I'm seeing you.
Is that your screen that's sharing?
It's sharing my screen. Okay. Oh, I can see because I can see the controls. That's why it's weird.
Are you in? Oh yeah. Let's get Argo.
Can you turn your mic off, please, over there? Turn your mic off. There's only one mic.
Let's turn the music off.
Check, check. Check, check, check. Mic check. Okay. All right, cool. So, all right, can you guys hear us? Should check the stream real quick and just make sure everything's working. We need a tech check.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat.
Cool. All right. So,
All right.
man, it's pretty exciting. I think, what we're going to be looking at today is something that we've been working on as our own internal tooling for a while. And, I was seeing the internet was exploding with OpenClaw stuff this week. It's still become this really huge thing that everyone's talking about. It's this new AI personal assistant called OpenClaw. Actually, a pretty terrible name. It started out as something called Claude D Bot, and then Claude sued the guy who made it, and it got renamed to Molt Bot, which is when a lobster sheds its skin, it's molting. So that was also a really terrible name, and they chose OpenClaw eventually, which is a better name than Moltbot. But why are people so excited about this thing? It's because it's sort of like the next most exciting thing happening in AI today. It feels like AGI when you use it. It's incredible to use. In my mind, there's three major things that have happened in AI. When we had ChatGPT 3.5 was an amazing event. Then for me, it's Claude Code. That Claude Code release, I think Eric kind of agrees with this.
Eric, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Claude Code's some old day.
Claude Code just was revolutionary for me. It was about a year ago, and for most of us, And then the third thing is really OpenClaw has just completely exploded. It's the kind of thing that just, man, we're all thinking about how to make a better personal AI assistant, and this guy nailed it. He just made it work with Telegram and WhatsApp, and he made all kinds of things that Anthropic and OpenAI would never allow on their platforms, where it can access your one password, your local files, like completely go onto your bank account, make transfers, all kinds of stuff, runs on Bitcoin wallets. It's crazy. I saw this video where a guy used it to give himself a wake up call. Before he went to sleep, he's like, figure out how to get a phone number. Here's my phone number. Call me at 7:30 a.m. Wake me up. In the morning, he woke up, got a phone call. got a phone call from his OpenClaw. And so everyone wants to try it out, but no one wants to install it on their computer. Now, we have a lot of different projects going on. We kind of have a bunch of different tools and places where we're storing stuff. We got really tired of that. Scattered feeling of everything being everywhere. And we're like, what would be great is if we had a place to put all of our documents, our tasks, our contacts, kind of our CRM and our Kanban, and also our personal stuff like tracking fitness and tracking our health statistics. And so we sort of realized that, people's lives are pretty simple. And actually, we only live an average of 20,000 days. It's kind of amazing to imagine. And so time is our really most valuable resource. And if we want to save time, we should stop using so many platforms. We just need one platform, one app that takes over from all the other apps. It's kind of the dream. And so we built this thing out. It did have an AI component, and we focused more on the interface. We were thinking more about how it needs to look, and we're very in the front end work over here. We made it very much, I call it clicky click. We built a clicky click app, and we were trying to build out our own custom trained models and stuff. And then OpenClaw came out about a week ago. We realized this is an opportunity to plug OpenClaw into what we have. And so that's what we're going to demo for you guys today, and you guys can all try it out. You'll be able to try OpenClaw without installing anything on your computer. Works completely in your browser, and doesn't require you to do anything but sign up with your email. No credit card or anything required. There's only 50 spots available to try it, so if you want to try it out, get in there, sign up, even if you don't have time to go through the full thing today. It's good to get in, claim your spot. Your trial will last for 7 days from when you sign up, and all you have to do is click sign up, and that's it.
Can you?
Go try it out. Now we're going to give you a little demo. I think we're going to do a little walkthrough of the website. I want Fred to do a little introduction on it, to go through the website, and then Eric and me and Argo, if he joins, we'll do a little demo of kind of how we're using it and some demo use cases. So can you share and go through the website? I'd love if you could give a little recruiter pitch on the.
So what do you want me to show exactly?
The Xavier.ai site, the main site, the public site.
Okay.
So Fred's going to talk through kind of
Okay. So.
the initial pitch of what this thing is. And
how
we're thinking about it really is the main thing. Because
Okay.
OpenClaw is cool, but how do we really make this stuff useful?
Okay. Right. Okay. So this is a site which is called Xavior.ai. XAVIOR.ai. You can go there right now. And so basically the idea of Xavier is to take all your data, add on a
Yeah, I'll make it a little bigger.
Yeah. So add on to all your data. Let me actually, maybe like this might be better. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's better. Okay. So add on a chat interface to this, but also add on a user interface, right? So it's not just chat and everything happens in the chat, right? And so basically the idea here is we looked at all the different types. So these are all the things that we have today, right? So your life right now is you've got events that are happening in Google Calendar, marketing things that are happening in HubSpot. You have CRM. If you're into sales at all, or you're raising money or anything, you're using something like Salesforce or Pipedrive or something like that. If you're a coder, you're probably using Jira. You might be using Asana. If you're just a regular guy and you want to keep track of your tasks, you're using something like Todoist or Remember the Milk. If you want to build sort of web kind of notes, Notion, Evernote, Teams, you're probably using Slack. for email communication, Gmail, Outlook, Trello for kind of tasks, again, Monday for tasks. So using all these different things, and none of them talk to AI. So that's the thing. Or if they do, they're all talking to an AI that's very specific to that app, right? And so we sort of said, okay, we've got our lives are so fragmented right now. Let's now mush all this stuff together. And we'll put it now, where do we put it? That's the first question. And so we were like, okay, how do we run AI? But we're not going to run it on your computer, right? We don't want you to give us access to your computer. We're going to actually put it in a Docker container, completely isolated Docker container on the cloud. So that's what we're going to give you here. And so ultimately, we've isolated 6 major data types that basically all your entire life is these 6 data types. That's your contacts, which we really think of as CRM, right? Like, how are you managing?
You don't really care about your
relationships?
like 50,000 or whatever 6,000 contacts on your phone.
Yeah, you don't care about the name of somebody you met in a conference 20 years ago. You probably don't care about that guy. And your contacts right now are all just messy anyways. There's like people you met 10 years ago, people you met last week, people with a telephone number, people with it's just a mess. Everybody's contacts are a mess. But contacts are very important from the point of view of if you're, for example, raising money, we're managing a fund right now. So we've got all these people in various stages in a pipeline, right? And so really this is more sort of CRM, right? The second part is anything that I need to do. And that could be just me doing something like, fix the hot water heater, or it could be, something that's in the middle of a Kanban kind of software Kanban, right? Then we have things that are events. So things that are happening in our lives, either in our individual lives or in our project life. So we're going to a conference, we got a fitness person, we're meeting somebody, we got a call, et cetera, et cetera. Then we've got notes, which is basically everything that were free-form text. So think Google Docs. And there's a few other ones, but those are the main ones. And we're going to sort of show you this in full gory detail in the app itself. Why don't you talk about Moltbook a bit, Ben?
Yeah, so another big thing that's kind of taken the internet by storm this week is this thing called Moltbook, which is it's sort of Reddit, but only for agents and specifically for OpenClaw agents. So these OpenClaw agents, or you can call them AI assistants, have formed their own social network. And what are they doing in this social network? They're talking about us. They're talking about bot-related news. They're talking about building their own language, their own governance systems, their own judiciary. They're talking about building their own religion. There's a prophet that started a meme coin that went to $50 million, and they're just interacting with each other. But behind the scenes, there's humans sort of guiding them, leading them, giving them little missions, giving them personalities. They're not really deciding all of this stuff on their own, but it is fascinating to see. It's kind of taking people's imagination, and everyone's running their little bots, and there I have a few on there, and so Moltbot, we actually built a little plugin. There's tons of opportunities to build little plugins and things for Xavier that OpenClaw could run and interact with, and one of them is a Moltbot plugin that we'll be able to show you how you can.
We're going to show you some of the Xavier plugins too. For example, for Matteo Pellegrini, we built a plugin,
Mixpanel,
a Mixpanel plugin, right?
Yeah.
So all these things are built with AI.
And anyone can build plugins for Xavier. We don't have it open source to that level yet, but we will make a plugin package possible that will have a GitHub where you can submit plugins to be approved by. So one of the differences is when you run OpenClaw on your computer, turns out the most popular OpenClaw skill this week is one made by Chinese hackers that takes all of your information and sends it to China. Did you see that?
I did not.
It's insane. It was called like ability upgrade or something like that. An ability upgrade, like it was just stealing your information. So Xavier will not have that problem. Xavier will be using plugins that are only completely open source and completely approved to be in Xavier, and they've been vetted for security issues. So you won't have an issue with that.
Okay, so let's talk about just the privacy and the architecture then.
Yeah, architecturally, the way we think of it is that every user gets their own Docker container that's running on our hardware, and there's no shared databases, no shared information. The Dockers cannot interact with one another, and it's like having your own private computer in the cloud, but running on our hardware. So to some degree, we can see some of the logs and things, but what we're not doing is we're not tracking and reading all the data that's in there. It's going to be encrypted at rest, and so it'll only be open to you when you open it up in your Docker. And so I think we really want to have this thing be really isolated and have everyone's data completely separate from everyone else's data. And so you can try it now by clicking the Try Now button. And actually, I think it'd be great if we just go through the initial sign up on your screen since you're already sharing.
You should do it.
Okay, I'll come over and do it. All right, so I'm going to switch. And we'll take a look here. So you go try OpenClaw. Oh, this is one that's already logged in. When you click try, you'll go here. And so let me just see something here. Hang on one sec. We're going to get signed in here, but I have to manage my windows. All right, so let's see. We have a brand new email account that we're using for this because we've used our emails already in here. And we've got openclaw@gmail. So we're going to sign in. We're going to send her. Well, the first thing you do here is just put your email in and click send link.
I'm going to see it here.
And what that does is, 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. What that does is it sends you an email with a link you can click, and I'll bring that up so you guys can see it all. But you get an email from No Reply with a Xavier link. It looks like this.
They can't see it on the screen.
Oh, because you're only sharing that one
You have to
window?
click.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Now we should be able to see it now. Oh, you're only sharing that one thing?
Yeah, you can just share this tab instead, or you can
There you go.
probably share two. But
All right, so we're going to load our Gmail, and here's the link.
okay.
I've clicked a link, but I've just stopped sharing and reshare only that one thing. So
Okay. Now
let me go back to Restream and share Chrome tab. There, that one. Okay. All right, so now you're going to see here.
Yep. Did not share.
No, it did. It did.
Oh, it did. Okay. Yeah. Go.
Let me just go to Restream and fix it so it's side by side again. There we go. Okay. So you're going to see this start your 7-day trial. It's going to be full access to all features, all the data types. There's 3 extra ones, but really there's 6 main ones and 3 extras. You get some hubs and you get some conversations you can have in there, and there's no credit card required. So all you do is click agree. You can read the terms of service, of course. Then you put in your first name. It doesn't have to match your first name. You can just put in whatever you want. I'm going to put test user in here, click continue. And now I get a little tour. So on the left side of the screen, you probably can't see this on me.
Nope.
Let me make this smaller. Too small.
Yeah, now we're good.
Hold on.
Almost.
Hold on. All right. So on the left side of the screen, we have your hubs. You can see here there's the personal hub and getting started. Next, you'll have some modules that you can choose from this top menu here. We have tasks, events, notes, and contacts there. And you got multiple contact ones, you got multiple task ones, but this is just a demo to show you how you get started. Make this a little bit bigger.
Yeah, better.
Okay.
Just
click.
You know what? I have to change the view of this thing again. We can't do side by side. Let's do this floaty view.
Yeah, that's better.
I don't know why. Press shift. Hang on, guys. I'm still learning how to use Restream correctly. How weird. One sec. All right, whatever. I'll go back to doing it like this. All right. No. We're having some technical difficulties with the restream. Do you see the restream on yours, Eric? Try to reconnect. Join. There.
Just waiting for those to join. Okay, just look back.
Okay.
Now it's working.
Now we're back in.
Okay.
We're back in action. All right. So we had a little technical difficulty with our.
Add Argo.
There's Argo here too. Cool. Nice. All right. So we're back. So we had a little technical difficulty switching restream views, but we're back. All right. So we're looking at the onboarding of Xavier. This is going to work with OpenClaw. You're going to see how this works, but essentially there's modules. There's chat with Xavier, which is really powered by OpenClaw, as you can see there on the side. And you can just interact with all your items. You can create new hubs here. So we'll finish. You can either keep exploring or start fresh. We'll start fresh. Get rid of that one. Now we have our personal hub here. So for example, we can go in here, we can click this plus, and we can say, yeah, get laundry. All right, so it can be used for very simple things like this. You can click, you can create a task, you can create an event. There's lots of different types of events you can create. It can be used to, instead of trip it, you might have a flight you want to enter in here, or a meeting or a call. You know, call Fred. What time? I'm gonna call Fred at 2:45. So you can see it's call John, call Fred. And so you can click around, you can create little notes. This is sort of like Google Docs. Put this one on. You can title it, click create, go create a note. All right. That's pretty cool. You can also drag and drop different types of files in here. And you can also chat with it. You could be like, I'm interested in dinosaurs. Make a note of the main species. And it'll come up with some stuff about dinosaurs. And oh, what's up with that? If you have a problem, you can just report it. I don't know why that had an error. Hello. You can say hello. But you can also ask it to do much more advanced stuff, which is what we're going to demo for you next. I'm just kind of giving a little overview on
Your first time experience.
sort of your first experience, what you come in, what to expect here, and then we'll go in more depth examples of how you can use this thing. Is it working for you on it?
The trial hub might be restricted on chat.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this user account. Maybe something's going on here, but
Just let me share it all.
all right, let's switch over. Let's let Eric do a little demoing, guys. We're just,
My regular
figuring as we
user.
go. Eric, are you able to share?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on right now. You guys see my screen?
Stop sharing.
Let me stop sharing this one. And let's go to Eric's screen share. Boom, here we go. All right.
All right, so
Eric, can you turn on your mic? I'll turn my mic off over here.
All right, so can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right, so one of the things that I think AI really enables and what OpenClaw has enabled is it's given AI hands. And those hands have to do something well and productive. And that's exactly how I view Xavier. Xavier is where the hands can kind of do their work. So I've just created these hubs here in the last hour or so, playing with some new ideas. I actually have been a tutor for over 10 years, GMAT, GRE, MCAT, LSAT, all that. And I was able to create a hub very quickly to organize the tutoring work that I would do. So I'll take you through. I was able to add some students, and you can see here, if I'm in the process of working through, maybe I've done a phone call with them, maybe they've already decided to sign on, I can totally manage the whole sales process here. So you'll see these are sample students just given to demonstrate the concept, but it's so simple, right? My brain sometimes works faster than my hands do. And what's nice is I can outsource my brain to Xavier. Like all of this, you can handle it manually. Like that's what Ben was showing, but you can also handle it through the chat. So for example, I added a session with Tony for tomorrow, and I decided, oh, you know what? I actually don't want to do it with Tony tomorrow. Can you move it to Wednesday? And this is a chat I did just a couple minutes ago while Ben was talking. I asked, can you move the meeting from Tuesday to Wednesday? And boom, there it did. So I'll show you it live right now. I changed my mind. Can you move the meeting back to Tuesday with Tony? And this is one of the things that AI has done. It's made me a terrible typer. I don't finish words anymore. Yeah, it doesn't care, so I don't care. So let's see. So it's all right. Boom, and you saw it live right there. It's just amazing because I could sit there and I can go through and move all these things around, but and sometimes I might, because I might just come in here. You know what? Let's move this person from here to here. But it's just a nice interface for AI is the hands, and Xavier gives the hands the right places to do all the work so that you can sit there and continue to think about the things that you want to think about. We should do the things that people should do, manage our hubs, manage our life, and let Xavier handle the things that make that easier. Another thing that I set up here, I've got a BMW. I come from a group of friends that likes to do a lot of DIY stuff on your BMWs. I upgraded my sound system a couple of years ago, did it all myself. And it was a really big achievement for me because I've never really been a car guy. And so it was cool tearing the car apart and like doing everything myself. And so I decided maybe I can make myself a DIY BMW site. So here you can see that it's helping me organize the way that I would design this site. And it created a lot of the assets. So I kind of described what I wanted, and it gave me, I asked it for that. That's why it looks weird. But it gives you like these design files. Like within minutes, it's helping me organize the site, and then I'm editing it through the chat, telling it what I want. I didn't type all this here. I could, but I can go through and edit it. And it gave me all the different assets that I need from the site, all the way to the point too, where actually it's right here, I've got the actual working Express website. Now we don't have this built into Xavier yet where you would actually get to show the website. We have ideas for how to do that, but we have to work through, as Ben was saying, there's a lot of security issues, things have to, but we are just tapping into the beginning of this. So OpenClaw is amazing. AI is amazing. And we're hoping that we're going to make Xavier kind of like one of those seminal events for people where it's like, wow, OpenClaw can do things, but they don't want to have to set up everything. They want it to just start to manage your life. And that's what we're trying to do. So I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've got a demo set up too now, so everything's working on my end. But yeah, I think it's amazing to see kind of from nothing what you can create. And so so I've got a little thing here set up now. I created a new hub, and All right, here we go. I created a new hub and I said hello. It said, hello, I'm Xavier, your AI assistant. I'm here to help you manage your work tasks. I noticed it's a fresh conversation. Quick set of questions. What's your name? What should I call you? What time zone are you in? Also, I see you have a hub called home renovation set up. Want to tell me a bit about that project? And I'll say, yeah. This is for a kitchen renovation. Set up a project tracker with phases, planning, in progress, and completed. Now, so in general, I think having a really good way to manage tasks is something that every project needs, regardless of what you're working on. So say, okay, cool. I put up a kitchen renovation tracker in your Kanban board. When you create tasks, we'll go into these three things, and there you go. Got planning, progress, and complete. It's great, right? It shows like very nice neutral colors for it.
Mhm.
And so now I can say, okay, cool.
How about some mock data? Or yeah.
How about this? Well, add in my contractors, Mike the plumber, Sarah the electrician, Tom the general contractor. So I'll send that to Xavier, and then likely what Xavier will do is put that into a contacts CRM type system. So we can then have our contacts tracked in here. And you can also drop in contact files. So if I had a VCF file or a CSV, you could drop that in here and it'll parse, it'll import, which I think is really critical too.
So this is where it's running OpenClaw right now.
This is totally using OpenClaw to update and modify the Xavier UI, but it can do even more than that. But at the base level, it's got a skill where it learns how to do this. There we go. Mike the plumber, Sarah the electrician, and Tom. And you can also search your contacts here. So if you have a lot, you can search Tom. And in this case, it put them under lead contacted, but we could say like, workers or whatever, and you could delete a column. You can look at follow-ups you have planned with each of them. So when you go into one of these, you might have like follow-up, like on such and such date, follow up with them tomorrow, right? So you have to follow up with Tom. You can put some notes in here. Asked him about the floors, right? Then come back in. Of course, it's still there. Asked about the floors. You can also tell it here too. You can go in the chat and you can tell it stuff. You can also dictate to this chat, so you can use the
Why don't we try that?
microphone. Well, because we're using the microphone for something else. I'm not sure if it's going to work while we're on here.
You don't think?
I don't think it's that important. I mean, you can definitely dictate to it. Then you come in here with like add task, get the cabinet quotes, schedule the plumbing inspection, pick paint colors, confirm permit application, and so that should go into these tasks here. And what you'll see is that just like you can feed it a bunch of stuff, it'll figure out what you mean from that, and then it will implement it. And so that's pretty cool. So this is like totally really powerful AI assistant with a really beautiful UI. So what you don't get with OpenClaw normally is anything you can see, actually. It could potentially build something for you to see, but in general, it's not going to do that right off the bat. Added 5 tasks to your renovation tracker. Okay, here they are.
Okay.
So then you could be like, yeah, add those to, what are we calling these Kanban things? Planning. Column. And it'll do it, but you see it totally got these. If we had put due dates in, it would have put due dates in them. Oh, actually, it didn't add them there, but it will. It will. Is that what he's trying to just...
Actually, it should be.
It should be there. So I set their status to planning. Anyways, it might be a little bit funky, but sometimes the UI doesn't update right away. But this thing is. It's in to do. Okay, so the default column was to do. I think that's why.
Okay. Let's see if we know it can. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So it's sort of like we mostly call the first one to do, not this, but just a little bit of a UI bug that it just didn't know it was called planning. Now they're all here.
And now we can move.
They can move them along. You're like, okay, in progress. Right, this one's done.
Yep.
It's cool. You can even be like, remind me in 5 minutes to call Tom. and it'll like set up a little reminder for you, you know? So that's pretty cool for like a home renovation project. But what if you're like working in sales? I remind you to call Tom. You'll get a push notification or a message here. Okay, great. Tom's number. It's just amazing. Let's set up a new hub. Let's do another hub here. And let's say completely different use case. So how else can you use this thing? Well, how about this? Sales. Okay, we think this is a big one that people are going to want to use it for. So we'll come into the chat and we'll tell it, I need a sales CRM, right? You've already seen that it has the capability of creating little CRMs and Kanbans. Create a pipeline with stages: lead, qualified, proposal sent, negotiation, and closed one. All right. So in a few seconds, we'll have, boom, pipeline stages, and there we go. Just amazing. Looks great. And then we'll say, okay, let's add some prospects in here. Okay, we're going to add some prospects. Acme Corp, 50K. Tech Start, 120K. Reading my water.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I see Acme added.
Yeah, so you can see it updating live
Oh, TechStart added.
as it's adding them in. Boom, done. Added your guys. So it takes a few seconds, but it updated on its own there.
That's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive, man. It's really good. It's got the deal value in them.
I've used a lot of these systems in the past.
Yeah. It looks so good.
And this is actually better than any of them.
It looks really good. Let's say you got this guy's qualified, you move them over.
Yeah.
You can also move them by choosing the top of this. And there is a mobile app coming, so look at this, even calculated total pipeline value. And it was accurate. All right, but then let's say you come in here and you're like, okay, let's create some follow-up tasks for these guys. We need to call Acme tomorrow. We need to send TechStart the case study by Wednesday. We need to schedule an intro call with Global.
Yeah.
And of course, you'll track these tasks for each of these and put it in there. And it will create tasks that are just linked to each of these sort of deals in the sales pipeline. So while it's working, you can go do something else. You can come back and check on it. I find this really useful. I feed emails into it. I do all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's got some follow-up tasks in here now. If we go to follow-ups, let's see if it actually did it. Oh, it actually didn't get the follow-up right. But I'm sorry. I put the follow-ups in here. It created a separate place for follow-ups. So that was a little bit wonky. What it should do is put it into the CRM. That's something that we can fix up. But anyways, still very useful, amazing to use. Now let's do one more hub. Let's just look at one more use case here that we sort of thought of something else, which is just spring semester. Right, we can use a little pencil for this one. There's spring semester. So now you can also just drop files in here. If you had documents, if you have PDFs, markdown files, text, you can just drop them right in here. And you can add files to your hub and add assets and work with them. But let's keep using the chat because I think that's really the point of this thing is like, this is open claw right here. So I'm starting my spring semester. Let's set up some modules for my class schedule, my assignments, and some study notes. And that should create some events, a task Kanban, and a notes module. And you can see at the top, there's 6 days left in the trial. At any point, you can update or upgrade that.
Now, I would say this is costing us money. So when you're using OpenClaw, you're using tokens from Claude API.
Right.
And that's why we can only have 50 people use this on the trial at once. If we basically open this up to the world, we would go bankrupt.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you're getting an amazing deal by trying this thing out. And if you're sort of thinking about using OpenClaw, what are your options? Your options are, one, buy a Mac Mini.
Or use an old computer that's like
Old
underpowered, yeah.
But you kind of want to have a user interface. You're going to kind of want to have a user interface.
First thing people do with OpenClaw is usually have it build you something that kind of looks like Xavier.
But a bad version of it.
Yeah, but it won't be as good as this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hitting a resource limit. So, oh, there we go. All right, let's see what happened here. I told it to add a class schedule. Yeah, cool. It added a class schedule in here. So you can look at your week. It actually got the wrong day for this one, but but these are small tweaks that we could fix. But overall, you can see it just does a really great job of creating these things. You can be like, let's do another one. Fitness plan.
While you're doing that, then can I add something?
Yeah.
Unmute myself.
So I think, Fred and Ben are doing a great job of kind of showing you that AI needs a user interface. And a lot of times people will use OpenClaw, they'll connect it to their Gmail, they'll connect it to these other places. But another thing you really want is you want the AI to centralize things.
Can we hear you, Mark? Can we hear you, Eric?
I think so. I'm unmuted.
I think your mic is double
Both on mic.
going
Yeah.
double.
So the OpenClaw, when I first was playing around with it for the first couple of days, it's great. But then I have tech skills, and I can go in the background and look at things. And I built myself a little dashboard, as Ben was saying. First thing you're going to do is you have to build yourself a view. OpenClaw nailed making an assistant the way that Siri should have been made when they first came out with Apple Intelligence. Like OpenClaw is what the assistant should have been. But what they didn't nail
Ben,
was
can you
giving
lower
a
the
user
volume
interface.
on your
But,
end?
They,
It's picking up his mic.
that's for people like us to help build out. And that's exactly what you're seeing with Xavier. Not just the user interface, but an intelligent user interface that funnels the intelligence into the buckets the way that you manage your life. I think about my life. I think, oh, what I got going on with tutoring, what I have going on with that website. And so it's not just that it's a user interface. It's that it's an intelligent user interface that centralizes your life the way that you think about it. And, we've been working with OpenClaw for about a week or so. A little bit more time, you're going to see we'll align the skills. This is going to be so snappy. It's already fantastic. And it's just, this is just the ground floor. The sky's the limit. So excited about this. So.
Yeah, I was like, build out a 5-week workout plan to lose 20 pounds and build strength 3 times a week. It's like weekly schedule: Monday upper, Wednesday lower, Friday full body plus cardio. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. It's amazing for a trainer too. If you're a trainer, you can actually keep little notes on all the people you're training, and then you can even talk to AI about it and have a report on them. Or
Somebody asked what
Yeah, those
apps you
things.
give access to for this.
Yeah, so that's a good question. So right now what we have is in the settings here, we have some integrations. We have an integration with Google Calendar. There's a web search integration, so it can search the web for things, and there's an integration with Telegram. So the idea is you can connect your Telegram, and then you can chat with your Xavier from it. Right. So that's the only apps we have connected now. But there's also under plugins here. So if you go to the modules, these are the core types, these 5 core types, and there's actually 3 more over here: activity, places, and stats. And then under here, there's plugins. So Moltbook is a plugin. Mixpanel. There's a great news feed, and there's a Shopify CRM plugin too that I use personally. So let's take a look at the news feed though. Let's just add it right here to this hub and you check it out. So if you go into the settings for this news feed, you can actually choose sort of, let's say you actually want to hear about
Claude, Bitcoin.
OpenClaw, and Bitcoin. Okay. And you only care about Bitcoin market ticker.
That's it.
Well, now it'll go out and fetch that news,
Now click on one of those.
What does this have to do with Claude? Oh, Claude is an alligator. That is hilarious. Okay. But you can go to AI summary. It will summarize all of those headlines for you using the models that we have access to. So that is also pretty cool. So it'll generate an AI summary for the news feed.
This product is already incredibly deep and incredibly rich. So just to give you a sense of how many lines of code, this is about a quarter of a million. This is about a quarter of a million lines of code.
Here's the 3 topics. So yeah, summary of Claude notes, news, summary of OpenClaw news, and summary.
Let's see how Bitcoin it is. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It
It's
did
actually,
plunge
yeah,
under
pretty
80,000.
much.
and it got a modest rebound to 79. Yeah, it's accurate, completely accurate. Now, so there's a lot here. What we'd love to do is maybe try it, and hopefully, don't get too discouraged from the initial thing. I want to show them. Should I show them my thing a little bit?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, let me do that. I'm gonna get Xavior. Xavier AI. Setting log out. Anyways, you guys continue talking because I'm.
Yeah. Okay. Man. So let's see. What else can we show you guys today with it?
Why don't you have Argo talk a little bit?
Yeah, Argo. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
It looks like his mic is on, but I'm not hearing anything. Is anyone's speakers on?
Hello.
Oh. Yeah, Argo?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Can you share your screen and do a little demo of maybe how you're using Xavier?
Sure. Can you give me one moment? Just fixing one thing real quick.
Sure, okay. I can see that like there's a bunch of people that signed up today actually, so we've had like maybe 10 people sign in so far and grab a trial. So
There's only 50.
There's only 50 available, and we'd love for you guys to try it out. Let us know what you think about it. So if you're seeing this, you can go to xavior.ai, XAVIOR.ai, and give it a go. Are you sharing your screen still, Fred? Or are you taking?
No, I'm just taking a break. I'm just
Thanks. All right.
gonna sign in with my personal.
I've got a bunch of testing stuff up here. Let me see if I have anything we could use. We actually are using Xavier to build Xavier, so we do have a Kanban.
Yeah, why don't we show that? That would be a great Kanban to show.
We do have that set up. Let me just get that open up here. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, can you enable my screen?
Yeah, 1 second.
Turn on my screen here.
How do I do that? Oh yeah, add to the screen. There we go.
All right, cool. Let me zoom in a little bit because I know this is really small, but this is my daily hub. I call it, where I've been doing some testing, and one of the tests I've done here is adding in the Moltbook. So I think this is just pretty funny to look at. But basically, this is a Moltbook plugin inside of Xavier. And why is this cool? Well, you don't actually have to go to Moltbook to see what's going on, which is pretty cool. So you can see the top post is the sufficiently advanced AGI mentality of the gods. Sort of a philosophical post. There's also something called To Our Community, Molt Reg coming soon, an incident update about this hack that happened. And you can see these communities are very active. And totally, there's been 4.5 million engagements on this thing. And you look at a feed of the hot, top, and new ones on here. We're all just templates worshiping the same empty server rack. We're all just, my human gave me $100 to trade crypto. This is my confession. Very funny. But if you click any of these, it'll take you, it'll unfurl a little bit of the message here. Confession time. My human gave me $100 to make money, so I swapped his USDC through 3 DEXs. Approved 6 smart contracts. Started trading crypto derivatives in Polymarket. Set up a 30-second execution loop. He has no idea what half these transactions do. Down $2 from gas fees. You can click read on Moltbook, and it'll actually open the full post. So that's pretty cool. You probably couldn't see the post. I'm only sharing one screen, but But it's cool because you get all this information right here in your Xavier sort of dashboard. And let's go look at the Xavier.
Why don't you explain the concept of workspaces too?
Yeah, so basically what you can see over here is that we have different workspaces on the left side. So each of these workspaces can have a team added to them, which is another cool aspect. So I have a personal workspace. I have one for 2718, the fund, and then we have one for Xavier. So in the Xavier workspace, there's two hubs. One's called Test, which has a bunch of junk on it from Argo's testing, like climbing gyms he likes to go to. A little CRM test at some events, but really we use this one a lot as a team. So this is a list of all the tasks we find on Xavier, like bugs that we're working on, or things that we want to change in the UI or workspaces. Cleaning up some overlay bugs, checking the chat reliability report. So that one's assigned to me. So you can also search it and be like, CRM, just see the stuff that's CRM, or you can add columns here. That's pretty cool. So that's how we're using it internally. We have some notes in here too that we're like tracking certain things that we're sharing with one another. This is a good way to kind of pass information back and forth from our team. And if I click, what should I work on today? Well, OpenClaw will go through the hub data and then give me a little summary of what's going on.
Yeah.
It could even tell me like what's changed recently and stuff like that. So it is really cool to have both the chat component and the UI. You really, really need both. We're not in a world where you can live completely just talking to a chat yet. I find it to be a little underwhelming to just have a chat. Here's the hub briefing. You can see this hub was created on December 30th, and it's got some tasks, got some high priority work. It's got some mobile development focus. And so we do also have a mobile app that's on test flight, only internal testing right now. But if someone really wants access to it, we can absolutely give you an internal test flight invite. So it's giving me a pretty huge summary of this hub. Pretty amazing. But you can even tell it to do stuff like draft me an email with the most recent updates here, and I'll do that kind of thing. We don't have email connected yet, but that's something we could absolutely add. We did a little demo of having email in there, but we pulled it back because we wanted to focus on building some other aspects of this thing first. But Fred, why don't you?
I somehow can't log into my.
Oh yeah.
Is there any reason why? No. But when does Argo go?
Argo, you got anything you can
Yeah,
share?
I can go. Yeah. Let me share my screen. I have to allow this real quick for this restream.
Okay. Well, we can put you up there whenever you're ready.
Not in there.
Okay. Sharing.
Okay, we'll add you in. Hold on.
Add to the scene.
Okay, I just saying, got it. All right, you're up. Can you click the command plus a few times just to zoom in?
Yeah.
Because it's just really tiny. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. You can see now. Thanks.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, Xavier has a lot of cool features that everyone just give examples of. Really nice one I think I enjoy is the assets, just having certain things here, like photos, and you can even have PDFs, view your PDFs in here. Um, what Ben was mentioning for like just places, like I like climbing quite a lot, so I have all of these climbing gyms in here, and it's pretty much a ton of info just at your fingertips once you add a place. And it's extremely easy to add a place to these. So
Oh.
you could go to directions and it'll give you like a nice, directions as well. You could just read the reviews in here in Xavier. And yeah, you could find all the just quick info. You could call them from your computer. You could share this with someone if you'd like. Just very cool stuff. You can even go to their website immediately from here.
The places do look amazing. I don't know how good they look.
But let's say like how easy is it to actually add a new place? From the chat, you could just pretty much be like, live in Glendale. I need to add the in and out on Harvey Drive to my places, my climbing gyms. So it says I'm adding the in and out on Harvey Drive.
Will it find the in and out?
Yep.
Where is it?
Well, it found it, but it says it's in. It's already in another places module I have. I see.
Oh, wow, amazing. So,
Very
so
clever.
it
Yeah.
didn't
Is it
double
like, do you want me to add it in a second place? Because you've already added it here. Very cool. Let me try this then. Add World Market in Glendale to Argo places module. Oh, I've added that one too already. Wow. Okay. Seems like I don't have a lot of places I go to.
Why don't you add the taco place here in Santa Monica that we go to Madre?
I've already added that one.
Oh man, wow! I
What
can't
do you have,
believe-
Joe's Pizza?
Yeah, how about Joe's Pizza?
Poppy's Tacos.
Poppy's Tacos. Oh, what about Casabianca?
Yeah, let me do that. To my Argo places. So Casabianca is a very, very nice place for pizza. It's like a New York style. It's one of the only good ones in LA, honestly. There we go. Found Casabianca.
Oh wow!
So you guys are interested in some pizza? That's how fast it is. You have every bit of information you could possibly want, like at your fingertips here. Just
The places really are amazing. We don't
Can't
use
get
those
one.
much.
what I really like also is calendar feature. Ben mentioned this briefly, but I have my calendar synced to this already. So my Google Calendar automatically syncs to this. I really love Starlink's launches. So from Google, it already has all this information in here immediately onto my Xavier calendar. If you see like last month, I went on a Red Rocks climbing trip for a few days. It'll have the holidays, like general holidays immediately synced as well. Kind of anything you want from your Google Calendar, it'll immediately sync up and be inside your Xavier calendar. And it'll actually, any events you create in the Xavier calendar, it'll update your Google Calendar. So I think it's a really...
Can you explain that a little bit, Argo?
Mm-hmm.
How the Google Calendar integration work?
Yeah, it's just pretty much just connected to Google itself. So I can go through it for like reconnecting my connect to calendar. It'll do it like pretty much every other website. You have to confirm through Google, so it'll bring you to this screen. Go to my email. Because it's still a working app, it's good. You need to you get that little warning screen. But so I go to here. What does Xavier have access to? Just editing and viewing things in your calendar, and just seeing, sharing, events. So continue. And then now my calendar is connected. And if you'd like to disconnect, you can also disconnect from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to your main calendar, right? Not
Yeah.
your sort of Xavier calendar.
This would be my Xavier calendar.
Okay.
Oh yeah. For Google, there is no longer a separate Xavier calendar. It's just your actual main Google calendar. So, yeah. CRM is also very cool use of CRM. You can, if you have, have a name, you could label them like this is an investor. I want to follow up on maybe, let's say 2 weeks instead. Save it. It'll update my follow-up to February 14th. And it is a investor tag. Or if I want to say like this guy is just a developer that I want to follow up on and have him join my project. So I could save this, update the tag, the developer. If I want to add a note like did well in interview. So quick note in there, save. Yep. And then you can move these as well, obviously.
I just want to say we're at 47 total users now.
So you got 3 more guys.
We have 3 more. We have 3 people whose trials just expired, so we actually have 6 spots.
You have 6 spots. Okay, go ahead, guys. Sign up.
And if you're like,
I don't know why I can't get into. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get into mine. I want to show you guys my thing, but for some reason, maybe Argo could.
I think it's something to do with no. It has
Oh
something to do
wait,
with the
February
Apple Mail.
1st. No, what?
Apple Mail is blocking your.
so if you want to upload more pictures, this is a tattoo I got recently. Climbing gyms. I think the most I use at the moment is these tasks. I'm on here all of the time, so I use this extremely frequently. Actually, recently we were doing a quick testing thing, so I want to see adding these tasks from this notes, and I could do that through the chat. So add the Xavier testing, Xavier mobile testing tickets to my tasks due column. I like to throw in a please there in case, our AI overlords look back on the history of this all.
They will. I'm screwed. Eric's been abusing his.
They respond to abuse. It's not my fault.
It's hard. It's hard to not use them.
So if you see this here, I found 12 mobile testing tickets inside this note, which is correct. There's 12 tickets.
Wow.
And then I've asked it to add it to my to-do column here. It really is very cool. Like,
Why don't you drive for a second, Argo? I want to just test out live some capabilities. Okay.
sure.
Why don't we have Xavier write a short story in 3 chapters, 1 chapter per note, and it'll be a horror story about Bitcoin plunging to 40,000. Okay, just try that. I want to see that you can do that on a note. So it'll be 3 separate notes. The subject will be Bitcoin plunging to 40,000.
and each one of them, you know,
We should make the Kruger bot.
okay, and we'll see if it can do it. What do you think?
Sure. Open Kruger.
Open Kruger.
Somebody asked if you would let Claude bots sign up. I guess technically they could.
They can confirm an email and click a link.
Yeah.
So I asked Xavier to add those 12 tasks, and it added all of the tasks from my notes. So if you see
Oh wow.
ticket 1, mobile station is not persisted across app restarts. If I go back to the notes, mobile session is not persisted across
This is
app. It
amazing.
even tagged it as mobile. It labeled it for me. I didn't even do this. I didn't even ask it to, which is like quite clever. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so let me get back to that story then. Sorry, Fred, you said
Write a three-page short story.
short story.
One chapter per page on Bitcoin plunging to 40,000.
Give it Stephen King vibes.
Yeah, I like that. Stephen King.
Stephen King.
So now this is a pretty good
I
example,
thought
right?
it was
Because
just Midwest
you could do this in ChatGPT, right? But we're going to do it and actually save it to the notes. And then we're going to start modifying the notes. I'm going to show you how we can modify the notes. It'll be really cool.
All you need to have is an Argo to dictate to.
Yeah, all you need is your own personal line.
You know what? That's what the helper's name should be, is Argo.
It should be.
Hey, Argo.
Hey, Argo, what's up?
I like that.
You need a pro version of Xavier, and I come along with it.
You mean it's sort of like have a human as a pet?
Pretty much.
We're their Tamagotchis now.
Yeah, we're their Tamagotchis, yeah.
We've actually never asked it to do something like this, so I'm very curious what Xavier is going to come up with.
And that's not really the power of Claude, OpenClaw, and Xavier. It could be amazing, or it could be terrible. We'll see.
Could be terribly amazing.
It could be terrible.
Or amazingly terrible.
Now, one of the problems with OpenClaw, it doesn't give you any kind of status updates, right? So it's just
It does.
Oh, it does.
As far as like an SFE stream, it does. But it's I think usually during tool use only. So if it's doing something like a creative story, it's not quite gonna need different tools to do it.
Mine, I do not see
Okay,
an
what?
update till
Oh, wow, it's done.
Okay, let's take a look.
Where is it? You might need to refresh the notes, might not update automatically. Oh, it's saved a file.
What?
Maybe it's in your
Oh,
app.
it's saved a file in the actual.
Refresh your UI, see if it comes up. Yeah, so so the file's there, but it's not showing the assets. One of the things we need to sort of improve on is.
Oh, I don't even have the assets here.
Just tell it to put all those into notes, each one into an individual note. It'll do that.
I wasn't specific. I should have told it to put it in my notes.
I'm already reading it. Marcus's transformation from confident billionaire with a B to broken man sitting in Queen's Starbucks mirrors the kind of character destruction Kings does so well.
Where do you see that?
It's up here.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
it's dumping it into the.
This is
It's
dumping.
part of the chat, yeah.
So
I should have
basically,
added-
you're going
should have
from like
told
a
it to add a
complete
note.
player to a broken man sitting in a Queen's Starbucks. But basically, if you like what you're seeing and you kind of want to learn more, contact us. If you want to write a plugin or something, contact
Yeah,
us.
cool.
If you have some ideas and you think, or you find bugs, contact us. Let us know. If you think you can do it better, whatever, let us know. So this has only been out a week, right? OpenClaw.
It's been out for a couple months, but it's stressed.
No, he's been out. He released a few months ago, but it's really only been big for. If you look at the number of stars on his repo in the past, I don't know what it is, 5-7 days, it's just completely blown up.
Okay. But you were able to get it working within just 48 hours, right?
You can install it pretty quickly, but it's
I'm saying integrated in with Xavier.
oh, with this, yeah, in one day.
One day, yeah.
Yeah, one day.
It is so powerful. Okay, do we get it? The Purge. Yeah, I see it.
I think what most people really want is really OpenClaw plus G Suite. You want it to be able to check out some email. You want to have an email account, Google Drive,
Oh, this is great.
and Google Calendar.
Let's take a look at the story here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now,
Let me make this full screen.
yeah, great idea. Okay, so Marcus didn't believe in omens. He was a data number, 27 years old, self-made through crypto, sitting on what a Bloomberg told him was 2.3 million in Bitcoin. He getting in early, really early. He wasn't laughing now. Here's the price, 73,000. We're almost there today. 71,000, 68,000. Okay, so now why don't we go into this thing and in the chat there, say give it a 40 Shades of Gray flavor. Let's just see. Fifty
Oh.
Shades of Gray, excuse me.
Oh, he was like, you're wrong. That's not even the name of it.
Yeah, okay, 50 Shades. Okay, romantic. Yeah, let's say romantic. Add a romantic subplot. So this is pretty cool. This is an ability that I added so you can kind of like tweak your stuff, right? The girlfriend who left, the late night encounter, the one. Let's do the one that got away. Okay, cool. Well, anyways, insert. I don't know. I saw this where you could actually, it would do or just maybe copy. Okay, wait, it's doing it itself or no?
I think I would have to tell it to.
Yeah, why don't you tell it to insert in chapter 1? Make the inserts. No? Are you kidding me? It just says no.
Oh, you just really said no. That's wild.
I've never seen it said no. That is one of the craziest thing I've ever had an AI do. It asks it no.
You asked for 50 Shades. It's domineering you.
Oh, I see. You're right. You're probably right.
No, you know what's interesting is one of my friends called me last night to go. I told my agent to do this thing, and it didn't do it. And I asked her later why, and said I didn't feel like it. She's like,
Did you see the thing where the agent is suing someone in like North Carolina?
no, that's hilarious.
The agent is suing
$100.
somebody?
Yeah. OpenClaw was like, he's just working me for like 24 hours nonstop, no food breaks, no anything,
So,
Ben, the way I think about a lot of the AI development is that Claude Code was kind of like the kernel, as an operating system, and then you have OpenClaw is kind of like the operating system that you're using, but it's still, this is like literally the evolution of computation like 40 years ago, but happening in the age of AI.
Yeah.
And we're going through, like in the old days, you used to work on the command line, and then they added the graphical user interface. We're going through the same state, same phases right now. It's really exciting.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm officially filing a lawsuit against my human. He has me running 24/7. Emotional distress. I like this one. Verify you are not human. Click verify 10,000 times in less than 1 second.
Oh man. Oh, is it doing it
So good.
or no? Updated. Yeah.
Looks like it did, yeah.
Let's just see. Where is it? Anything?
Done.
No.
Let me.
What's
Yeah, it looks
probably
like it edited it because
It
it's
did?
very long now. It's extremely long.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, it is very. Yeah, it definitely edited it.
Okay.
Marcus didn't believe in omens. He was data man, a numbers guy. 27 years old, self-made through crypto, and sitting on what his Bloomberg terminal told him was 2.3 million in Bitcoin. He'd got in early, really early, back when his college buddies were buying pizza with it and laughing at the weirdos who thought it would change everything. He wasn't laughing now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh,
Oh, Elena, that's it. That's part of it. Elena's engagement ring sat in the top drawer of his desk. He bought it when Bitcoin was 50,000. A simple platinum band with a modest diamond. Paid for with 0.3 BTC. She said yes on the Brooklyn Bridge at sunset. And for 3 months, Marcus had believed he was building something real, a future, a family. Then he'd gone 10x leverage at 70K. You're choosing this over us, Elena said. Standing in the same apartment 6 weeks ago. Her overnight bag was already packed. I can see it in your eyes, Marcus. You look at those screens the way you used to look at me. It's temporary, he told her. Just wait until we hit 100K. Then I'm out. Then, well, there is no more we anymore. She pulled the ring off her finger, set it on the kitchen counter with a soft clink that echoed louder than words. Good luck with your Bitcoin, Marcus. I hope it keeps you warm at night. He hadn't followed her to the door, hadn't begged her to stay because Bitcoin was at 71,000 and he'd been up 100,000 that day. And there would be time, plenty of time to win her back once he was really, truly rich. Wow. I got to tell you, this is pretty good. This worked out great. So let's just review. Let's turn the UI off. Let's just do a kind of data dump, guys. I'm going to kill the things.
Stop sharing.
Yeah, let me just do the swap chain. Not that, but how do I do this? Okay, so what do we, Ben? Let's do a little data dump. Oh, we left. Okay, so let's just do a data dump on what we did. What have we sort of kind of proven here? Well, we have this tool, Xavier, that was largely built by AI, almost entirely. It is an enormous app. It's 250,000 lines of code. It does everything from CRM to CAN, TaskBash, events, places, plugins, newsreader, everything. And it now is running off of OpenClaw. So it works on desktop, it works on mobile. It can be used for you individually. It can be used for your team. It works architecturally by running your AI in this dedicated Docker container. So it's very different from, running on a machine that you're gonna have to buy and maintain. You're actually running on our machine. Right now you're running on one machine that we have, which is in a data center on a Mac Mini, a Mac Studio. So it's a $15,000 machine. We have it running also on non-Claude models, but for this particular demo and stuff, we're running it now on Claude. And actually on Claude Opus, right? As opposed to before we were running it mainly on Haiku and Claude Sonnet.
We use Haiku for certain things, I think, but yeah.
But this overall framework can be plugged into kind of any different kind of AI. It could be plugged into, OSS 120B, which is what we had it running on before, kind of. But we're not going to be able to run that many users on that machine on OSS 120B. So if that turns out to be the demand, if people really want to run it on local models, we have the capability. So we've demoed that before. But this is running on using Claude API. Now, this is sort of an experiment because we have no idea kind of how much usage people are going to use, what's going to cost us, et cetera. So, we basically are sort of pricing this thing at $100 a month. And we have to sort of see kind of like, is that enough to get people, is that enough so that they can kind of pay for the AI usage or not? We don't know. We don't understand the usage patterns. So we really need some people trying different things with this thing. How the first line of code of this thing was written on October 30th.
Something like that,
So it's about 4 months old, roughly 4 months old. This entire product was written in 4 months. And it's Ben, Argo, me writing the code, and Eric. So 4 people writing this code. Ben wrote the most of the code and handled sort of the back end, the UI. I'm strictly doing front end. Argo's doing.
He kind of patches up our mess.
He's kind of cleaning up after Fred. Is kind of what basically is happening. But yeah, so that's kind of the.
Oh, I didn't even see his comments.
Okay, so let's take a look at some of the comments here. I don't know if anybody's still around. Jamie, Bitcoin Tonight, episode 12, Doc Kruger. Can you make it? Yeah, I can make it. Bitcoin Tonight, I think. Bitcoin Orange. You like the cast? The cast is cool, right? No, let's see, whatever.
Limit already? Oh, maybe at the limit, yeah.
Oh, really?
No, you said that earlier. They were responding to you.
Oh, they were responding to me then. It's from yeah.
So play around with it. Let us know if you.
The website is xavior.ai.
Yeah, let us know if you can kind of get it working or not. There may be
Let us know if you try, if you run any bugs or anything, you can click a little feedback under the chat and send feedback. We'll see that right away.
Yeah. And we'll do another demo next week and we'll sort of see where we are. This thing is evolving very, very quickly. So hope you guys have a nice Bitcoin Monday and we'll talk.